It's been so cold the last couple of days or weeks, whatever it is, that I haven't done the morning. I do exercise, but I don't stop. It's too cold to talk in the morning. But what I really want to get here is that you only have a few more hours to apply to our Valentine's Day grant, and that ends midnight tonight. So if you're already a Let's Go Help member, you could apply either on Let's Go Help 2 or the regular on the what do you call it? Facebook website. Excuse the hiccups. So either way, there's a group on Let's Go Help 2 you could apply on. And for the website on YouTube, the closed group, just start a discussion and say, just in a sentence or two, three, four, five, as many as you want, how you would use $1,000. That's all it takes. So it's the easiest grant, I feel, on the internet. Nobody else has anything this easy. And it is also a way to let people know grants can be easy. It's just that Google makes it hard. And Google, it's just so hard to find somebody that really is giving away free money without somebody selling you something. And that's the thing. If you have money, then Google is great. If you don't have money, it's really tough in all those billions of sites. I mean, the sites we show you on Let's Go Help are in Google, but boy, you'll never find them. Like try to look for my grant right now. You'll never find it because we're not paying Google to advertise. So that's why you'll never find it. You'll find all the people that are paying Google to advertise for something that you have problem with. Because see, when you say you want a grant for getting out of debt or paying rent or your business or something like that, that means everybody who has something to sell you that they believe will help you solve your problem are advertising because they want to see you, because you're their prime customer, because then you have a problem with rent, you have a problem with your business, and they're superheroes in solving the problem as long as you give them a lot of money. So what I want to do is be the source for sources that don't charge you money to solve problems. And that's why our economy is made up, about a third of everything in our economy is public money. So that's the money anybody can use, and they can't charge you for it. So all the other 2/3 of private money, that's who advertises, and you find on Google. The 1/3 that is public money does not advertise. So it's very, very difficult. Sure, they're in Google somewhere, but you find them. Like I say, you won't find my grant in there. But remember, my grant, of course, is you have to be a member, because that's where we generate the money. We generate the money from membership, keeping our expenses down, trying to make a profit, and then the profit we make, we share to members. So, and we've been doing this 6-7 months now. And we started $15,000. We went up to 20, then 25, 30, and now last month was 35, and this month I got a little weird, so I put it back down to 30, and it looks like we'll be good for 30 again next month. We'll keep doing this to get the money out to people who really could use it. And if you read the stories in Let's Go Help, you'll see, the need that's out there. It's just astounding, and how little money it could solve these problems. I mean, in my town in Washington, D.C., people go to lunch and spend $1,000, and we're giving $1,000 to people who literally, they say, changes their life. I mean, what's better to spend $1,000 for in our community? Somebody to change their life, or somebody to have a good dinner. You could eat for $50. Why does it have to take 1,000? I mean, people have a right to spend their money how they want to, and that's fine. More power to them. But there is so much hurt and pain in this country that people got squeezed out of the profits. I mean, we have a country now that is making more money than ever before, is more profitable than ever before, it is more productive than ever before, but the average worker is doing worse. Now, there's something wrong with that system. If the system is set up where the country does better, but it doesn't come to the people who are working. And so that's why I certainly understand why people get pissed off in this country. I would too. And that's important, and that's why we have to take care of each other, and that's what Let's Go Help is. I mean, when you join Let's Go Help, we show you government programs that will give you money, okay, for whatever your problem is. And what we've done, we've been studying this. I've been in this business for 40 or 50 years now. And so I could show you in your state all the offices that are, supported, are given grants to solve your problem, okay, either with services or with money, okay? And that's what you have to know. And that's why I want to have a service that just does that. Because this is what we all pay for and all have access to, but we don't know where the hell that stuff is. And that's important for everybody to know. So what we do, you get on Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help or Let's Go Help 2, and you could apply for the grant on either one. By the way, if you miss it tonight at midnight, we got another one. Tomorrow morning, there'll be a new application out for the grant we'll give out that will close in, what is this, February, so March 4th. So we'll have a new grant up and running tomorrow morning, and that the deadline will be March 4th, and we'll give out like $30,000 again. And you could apply by just saying what you would use $1,000 for. It could be 1 sentence, it could be 20 sentences, I don't care. And then we have a panel of people that choose, and it usually takes about 7-10 days to pick the winners and send it out to them. But more importantly is that you realize the stuff that it's out there, not so much you know about mine. Ugly stuff I just want to say is my glasses are, oh, my glasses, I like them. What do you mean, ugly stuff? I'm sorry. You could change the channel. Nobody has a gun to your head. Matthew, is there a program to help for people wanting to learn about crypto? Yeah, I mean, there are programs for everything. And the way I would do for something like that, first of all, if you go to meetup.org, actually it's .com, meetup, meetup.com. Okay, now that's a place where people meet and share ideas about anything. So if you're interested in crypto, what you do is go to that place because crypto is not established much to be, most of the people are going to want to teach you, want to charge you big money. But you could learn for free this way by going to meetup.com, meetup.com, and put in crypto or whatever, and find groups of people who also want to learn about this, and you share information. And that's the important thing, that you share information. You're there with people who have been studying this for 6 months or 6 years or whatever, and newcomers like you. And you get together, you meet online now, or they're starting to meet more in live person. So you could do either, and you learn that way for free from experts. Now, wouldn't you love to have somebody over for dinner, that could, that's an expert in crypto? This is how you get it, but you'll have a cheap pizza at some place that costs you $10, and that's it. People instinctively want to share. It's the only people that want to make money are going to make money from what the hell they know. But there's plenty of people that want to share and help other people, and that's one of the places. Now, another thing you could do is go to your Career One Stop, career, careerONESTOP.org. Find your local Career One Stop. Okay, and they're probably starting free training courses on it soon, if they don't have it already. So that's a way to learn, because their jobs now. See, what they do is train people and have grants and free sources of money and help to train you to get a job. So if you get a job in crypto, there may be, depending on where you live, if there's training courses now that you could take for free. So that's another thing. See, that's right. Knowing the system and know how it works a little bit, then you could start understanding how to find all this stuff, and you don't need me anymore. That's the goal of what I'm trying to do, is make this a do-it-yourself. Hey, try Disability Digest, and they have a website and a YouTube channel. Yeah, I think Disability Digest is good. We have a report for every state on disabilities. We're almost finished. We have most states, but if you're a member, tell us you have a disability, and we'll send you the reports we have. Okay, and the reports, like 50 pages or whatever, an ebook on all the sources in your state for people with disabilities. And it's for transportation, it's for housing, it's for caring, and all this kind of stuff. It's broken down. I like your style. I think it's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Arthur. My style is just me. Like, this is me inside. I don't go to, a fashion consultant or anything, no, it's all about listening to your heart and what's inside. I mean, they called me up to Harvard Business School to talk about branding. And they thought I had this big marketing budget and all these big experts to help me about branding. No, I'm just out trying to listen to my heart and have fun. That's what branding is. Branding is not trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. It's more about being you. The International Longshoremen's Association, what was that? That was sort of interesting. Careers are ones without college. Yeah, see, that'll be a longshoreman. Make a big ton of dough with that. There's more and more businesses and more jobs that you don't need college for. And we're finding that out, in the last couple of years, this is what happened. So more and more of the new jobs that are coming out now do not require degrees. They require training, and you could get that for, probably cheap nowadays, because there's so many people that need people trained. They'll train you for, so that's where and also your community college, they get a lot of that grant money too. Thank you, Disability. They got a lot of that money too. And also go to findhelp.org and 211.org. And you put in job training there, and you'll find nonprofit organizations that will train you for jobs for free. So they're the three big places to do. And if you look, I just did a job training video about 2 or 3, 4 videos ago, and in that video I have all the links. So if you're not a member, if you're a member, we just send you a link of everything in your state. If you're not a member, you could see the links that you could start following up on. There. Can a career stop lead to high pay? Of course. Yes, that's what it's all about. College is a thing of the past. I mean, it's of course it's but we've gotten too tied into that, and businesses realize that. Now you're better off not having a degree and looking for a job now than ever before in the history of the United States, well, at least in the last 20, 30, 40 years. And that's what's going on. Don't worry about not having a degree. A lot of these people are now training people that are eligible to learn, and a lot of these training, you make money while you're training. Not only is the training free, but you make money too. And that's why you start with those 3 places, which is Career One Stop, community college, and then 211.org or findhelp.org. And there's so much training money. This is what the Biden's new thing is all about. The infrastructure thing. It's all training programs. I paid for everything. I haven't been able to access the Facebook group. It's been some month. Why? Yeah, well, let us know. We can't help you if we don't know. Here's how to contact Let's Go Help if you're a member or trying to be a member or something like that. It's letsgohelp@gmail.com. letsgohelp@gmail.com. Okay, so if you have trouble with your membership or can't get on or whatever, and that's understandable, it's a little complicated in a way, and that's because of Facebook. That's why we have another one, Let's Go Help 2. But if you go to letsgohelp2.co, it's going to ask you to pay, and if you already paid, you don't want to pay, we'll get you in for free. And that's the important part, that you know about the free stuff, okay? And it's from us. So you want to go to letsgohelp@gmail.com, okay, if you have any problems with what we're doing, okay? And don't forget, when you get into Let's Go Help today, before midnight, apply. You apply on the Facebook by just starting a discussion and saying, hey, I want to apply to your grant, and here's how I use $1,000. That's all you have to do. And Let's Go Help 2 has a group for the, February 4th grant. So you go to that group and just make a posting in that group that you're applying. And it's the same thing. And I'd rather you do it Let's Go Help 2 if you can, but I understand. As long as you apply is the important thing. Don't worry about where you apply, as long as it's one of the Let's Go Helps, okay? Because we want to help. And I'm coming up with a lot of new reports. We have a report now where they call the Meta, META, sort of like the new name for Facebook, Meta. It's the Meta Grants report. This is like the answer to 80% of the questions I get, because I spend my day personally answering questions from people. So if you have a question on where do I get money to do whatever the hell I want to do, I do the research, pack it up, and send you the websites that are the best possibilities for you to get the money or help to solve your problems. I don't have Facebook. My account got blocked there. Is there any way? Yes. If you don't, so Facebook blocks me all in. By the way, you could set up a new account. I've set up all the accounts every time they screw me over. But you can go to Let's Go Help 2, the number 2, .co, not com, but .co, and apply there. It's $20, and you got a couple hours yet to apply for the grant. So you could apply that way, and there's a group on the left-hand side after you sign in. Look at the groups, and there's a group there for grants for February 4th, okay? And that's a good way. You're back, Anthony, good. The reports are doing all the time. And that's important that you get as much. See, now we also have something called Let's Go Reports to confuse you even more. Let's Go Reports is really a place if you don't want to pay for the membership. And my computer went down here. Let me put this back on. And if you don't want to pay for membership, you could just go to Let's Go Reports. Okay, that's not my name on my friends. I don't know what that means. Okay, Let's Go Reports, and just order the reports. So for $5.95, you could download right away all the offices in your state that help you with debt. And then you get another report that all the offices in your state that help you with money and help to start a business, or all the offices in your state that help you get a better job or train for a better job, or all the offices in your state that give you money and help to buy a home, and so on. Health care, legal help, all these kinds of things. Let's go. Do you know any grants or stimulus checks, PPP, in Texas? There's always, it's new business grants, though. I'm in school right now. Yes, it takes effort and research, and that's why what we mostly have is like, if you go to Let's Go, if you don't want to join, if you want to join for $20, then I send you a report for free. All the reports are free. Thank you, Renee. All the reports are free if you're a member. If you're not a member, then they're $5.95, because we got to keep working on these things. Any grant writers in the room? If you don't have an application that you want to fill out, never look for a grant writer. The only time you want to look for a grant writer is when you have an application. People think they need a grant writer because they think they're complicated and they'll need a grant writer, so they start looking for grant writers. Even though they don't even have a grant to apply to yet. They're just thinking that way. That's like thinking, I'm not over 6 foot tall. And I hear that all women want men over 6 foot tall. I'm 6 foot on the nose, unless I shrunk in years. And so I probably need to get bigger shoes or something, or stretch myself to be over 6 foot tall. No, you don't know that. You don't even know the women who want that or don't want that or whatever. And so that to me is like buying a prom dress before you're invited it to the prom. And another reason why you don't want to do that is 90% of the programs you want to fill out to get money are only fill in the blanks, 2-3 pages. That's it. You will never need a grant writer. You may, but wait until you get the application, because the hard part of this is not getting. I can do applications by myself. Yeah. The hard part of this is not doing. Filling out an application, it's finding out where the best place to apply. That's where the trick is, and you're going to find a grant writer thinking that they're going to know where to apply. They don't. They know how to fill out a form, and you don't even have a form yet. So you get a form, and then look at that, and then decide if you need a grant writer. No, don't do it beforehand. I mean, that is just not the right way to go about this. Not him lagging. What's that? Not him lagging. No. I was denied EDIL from the SBA. Where can I reapply? At the EDIL and the SBA. You got, I think, 6 months. You appeal that. If you were denied, you appeal your EDIL, and they look at it again and see if they applied. They had a lot of money, so that's why they want people to reapply, and then if they turn you down, then you complain. There's another system, and you have 30 more days. I think you have 6 months since the end of the program to put in your reapply. So if you go to the EDIL website in the SBA, there's all that information's there, and their 800 numbers is not bad. I mean, people are working it now, and you could probably get through to somebody or email to find out the facts. If you can't, then here's where you go. If you can't get through to the EDIL people and the SBA, you go to sba.gov and put local contacts at sba.gov. And there's all these nonprofits that get grants to help you get money. That's all they do. They get grants to help you get money for your business. That's right. They get grants, free money, to give you free help to get a grant. Why don't they just give you the grant, right? Well, they want to teach you. It's all about, it's sort of like teaching a person to fish instead of just giving them a fish. And that's what, Levi. So that's important part. So that's why you reapply. Now what you also have to do is look for other ones. Where do you look for other ones? Really local. Every day, every week, every month, more and more local governments are giving grants to businesses. I mean, look back in the videos. If you're only on YouTube with me, you'll see every once in a while, I'll go, hey, look at all these new business grants. They're popping up like mushrooms all over, because all these cities have so much money from the stimulus package that they were given to do to spend any way they want, and they're choosing small business, or they're choosing rent, because even though the rent, there's a national rent program that still has a lot of money, but they still think they need more, and they'll spend more. See, it's sort of learning the system. What we do is we take a little bit of information and we say, oh, the whole world is that way. No, that's really crazy. And it doesn't work. I apologize. Do you know you apply for the free grant to start a business? Ask for reconsideration. Yep, that's the word, Yolanda. Can you apply without being a member of going to Facebook? You can't apply to our grant without being a member. If you don't want to go to Facebook, you go to letsgohelp, then the number 2.co. And you could join there for the same price. And you have actually access to Facebook too, if you want to do that. See, once you apply to one of our websites, you really get both. So that's not an issue. But I know, like me, you probably hate Facebook and because it's robots. Facebook isn't people. Facebook is robots. That's all it is. So you have to deal with robots. And so the other one we have on Facebook too, that's a different platform. It's not Facebook, and it's much friendlier and easier to manage. And it's actually fun. I like it. And that's where also you can sign up by your state. Greetings. Do you have any advice for people with disabilities? Yes. If you remember, we have a free report on, probably 100, 200 sources on people with disabilities. And pretty soon we'll have it broken down by every state. Now we have probably about 80% of the states done, and a general one that works for all the states. So if you're a member, just tell them you're looking for help with disabilities. If you're not a member, you can just start. I mean, there's some general websites in the government. There's a disabilities.gov, yeah, but that's not bad. But it's at the state. I think the best place to start is go to your state government, call 211. Or go to 211.org or find help, and you want the state office for disabilities, and they should have a lot of the sources that are available in your state, because a lot of this money, see the money, that's why I have state reports. That's what I'm trying to do on LESCO reports. I'm trying to have a single source in America where people can find all the programs for the state they live in, you know, instead of one big book. That's what I used to do. You know, I've been doing this for 40, 50 years, and I used to do is one big book for the whole United States. Can't do that. It's just overwhelming because you have to apply it to states. When you say a member, you're meaning a member to your website. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go help. Someone being evicted, have someone who got evicted in Texas and needs some. Okay, the first thing to do is call, go to just J-U-S-T shelter, S-H-E-L-T-E-R. Go to that website and go to Texas. There's a, you know, it's called like local sources, regional resources, or something like that. And it's all these lawyers in every state that help you for free. I've called a bunch of them. I've used a bunch for people. They'll tell you rights. They'll tell you about other programs and stuff like that. That's the best place to start. Because maybe you shouldn't have been foreclosed on, and that because it's really funky law, and of course your landlord is going to read it to their advantage and not to your advantage. So you need somebody on your side to read in your advantage, okay? And that's the important thing. Listen, I want to do a short update on the two platforms. I'm going to do a special video on the Facebook platform and another special video on Let's Go Help 2 to tell them about, you know, they only have a couple more hours to apply, okay? So let me get those people hooked up. And so the websites you want to know about are letsgohelp.com, and that is for Let's Go Help. And if you hate Facebook, then you go to letsgohelp2.co, letsgohelp2.co. And then you go to, if you don't want to join anything, but you want the reports, they're $5.95, and all the reports at letsgoreports.com, letsgoreports.com. Okay, guys? So I will see you. Yeah, I mean, legal help is a good possibility, but there's more restrictions in getting help there. Just Shelter has no restrictions if it's just for housing problems, okay? Take care.